Listening to the Radio Reading Network of Maryland, operating 3501 Taylor Avenue at the Maryland School for the Blind.
His presence is steady and calming.
You may reach us by dialing area code 4.
But Robert Lewis admits he is worried and restless.
I really worried about it an awful lot at night because money was really slipping.
Lewis, blind since birth, is the executive director of the Radio Reading Network of Maryland.
The concert was stunning.
With the slogan, Vision Through Voices, it provides programming on all kinds of topics for the visually impaired.
Scientists say that music appreciation is...
Volunteers read magazines, books, and newspapers.
The major topic for this month...
Melissa Sheeter is an avid listener. She is a computer brailleist. Her job is transcribing in Braille textbooks for children grades K through 12. She considers the Radio Reading Network another connection to the world. She prefers hearing the human voice rather than other programs using computer-generated sound.
So it's a lot more interesting and you can follow along better, and I don't think it's quite as boring as the computer.
She wonders about this important service surviving.
And if it ever fell, it would never come back up again.
Lewis says it takes about $100,000 a year to operate. That cost includes buying equipment and reading materials. So the newspapers and magazines, these are not things that are donated?
No way.
The impact of COVID-19, lost grants and contributions. Lewis says he's begged and borrowed, even got a $35,000 paycheck protection loan from the federal government to pay the salaries of the small staff. Still, he's had layoffs.
We're still in dire need of money.
The president and CEO of Maryland Nonprofits, Heather Iliff, tells the I-Team, neighborhood, small organizations and organizations run by people of color are finding fewer opportunities for funding. She also says nonprofits employ a lot of frontline workers. The pandemic isn't over, and those workers are putting their lives on the line every day.
COVID's been devastating for a lot of nonprofits.
Rick Cohen is Chief Operating Officer of the National Council of Nonprofits. He says fundraising numbers remain down for a number of organizations.
Right now, we're still having demand for services going up and up and up, and resources to deliver those services going down and down and down. And it's a real big struggle right now as we've been pulled in two opposite directions.
Playing my favorite piece of music.
Cohen says the federal government's PPP funding helped nonprofits stay open. But now, nationally, about 500,000 nonprofit jobs have not returned, and there's little funding to bring employees back.
In the nonprofit sector, when we don't have staff, it means that we're not able to help as many people, and a lot of these people don't have anywhere else to turn.
Robert Lewis remains on a crusade, even in his off time.
Lonely as I can be and waiting for your company.
He's working with the help of some friends to raise money for the radio station. This recent fundraiser was in collaboration with Superior Caterers in Baltimore.
I'm not going to stop. I'll do it until I don't get a salary. I'll do it until, I have to find a way to put food on my table. I will do it until the money runs out. It's that important to me as a visually impaired person.
For the 11 News I-Team, I'm Barry Sims.
Well, along with relying on grants and contributions, the Radio Reading Network does get some funding from Baltimore City and Baltimore County. If you'd like to know more about the reading service, or if you'd like to make a donation, we have a link on WBALTV.com and in our mobile app.